All right. All right. Well, it's been a while, everyone. Hello and welcome back to Growing Up Alien. Sorry, I've been pretty much AWOL for a week. I've been really, as I mentioned to a lot of my friends now. I've made so many friends on here. I just been like hit. I was so sick. I was like, and I couldn't talk for more than like a minute without coughing to death. So I had to move all the interviews and everything. It was crazy. But it's great for our first night back. We have Louise Jones from the Psychic LJ, and I'll give you guys. You guys already have the link because I've mentioned Louise before, but I'll put her link to her video channel in the description section. So I want to just have a big shout out and cheer to Louise Jones and Zachar.
Oh, hello there. Nice to see you again, Andrea.
Yeah.
You
So
need
where's
to.
Zachar? Where's Zachar tonight?
That always with us. He's always with us
Hanging
because I
around.
work with him on a private one-to-one as well. It's not always about channeling.
Yeah.
Um, I do healing with him and stuff like that, and Akashic records and that. So he's sort of somebody who I totally trust. You know what I mean? I've had many lives with him as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They had to
So
get it together. It's not Ashtar, it's Zatjar.
yes,
Z.
that's all
Yeah.
right. I'll spell his name in the descriptions too. So, and honestly, a lot of our viewers know who you are and they know Zachar and all that as well, because a lot of our friends who join us on this channel know Zoe.
Oh
So,
yeah.
and of
Yes,
course,
yes,
we're all friends with Linda. Everybody knows Linda, and
yes.
and so Linda's that we've already had some great interviews with you on Linda's channel as well, potential. So
Oh yeah.
you're an old friend, as they say.
Definitely. Well, we're all old friends, aren't we?
Well,
We've
that's
probably met many times before in other places, other dimensions, you know, and we're back again to help humanity and to guide we all through this stormy time.
yes, crazy. It's just.
Crazy. What's the energies like over there with the
We're all
election and
getting taken out. I mean, so all of our friends who watch again, Frank and a lot of the people that we were gonna have on, they're all sick.
oh no.
But he's got,
It'll be clearing away old energy could be as well.
oh man, it's crazy. Everybody's got taken down because we had some big plans again for going to the first of the year. And I've been talking to, all my new friends, and we're like, let's kind of get. I want to get everybody together. I want to set up a Patreon so we can all meet one on one and do clubs and go really deep dive in and like talk about stuff that we can't talk about on here
I
with.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not only it's so people, a lot of the people who are on this channel, they can't come on.
Well, it's not just about flu season, is it? It's about the fog and other things, and it's yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, like yourself, a lot of the people who are with us here on this channel, we all work upstairs and we all have a lot of complicated and discrete information that
That's it. 'Cause I stopped doing the channeling because I felt it was quite
that
dangerous.
yeah,
I do
Zach.
it for one-to-one people. Now and then I might come on and do something in my live shows or whatever. But I think of them, it's not something that when you're generally getting that information, you've got to be so careful what you're putting out. Um, because it's it can be quite dangerous and
Absolutely.
you've got to
Absolutely.
be very careful. And it can be so easily infiltrated as well,
Yep.
you know, which I believe what's happened within the truth community. There's been a lot of psyops and infiltration what's took place.
Yeah. Well, that's actually one of the first. Well, I'm just going to keep a little bit of a highlight about you. And so, Louise, you've been doing this ever since forever. So you have a very cultivated, educated background in working in this energy ether field with extraterrestrials, you name it. So you know how to, and you have, of course, a lot of help upstairs as well.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
you do channel. I don't, but you do.
I've
And
been prepped for this. I didn't start off channeling the extraterrestrial beings. You channel spirit and angels, and so any medium will tell you that we've been prepped for it
yes,
before we've got into this. Yeah. So you know what's good and you know what's not.
exactly.
Yeah. But there's some people out there who don't realize what they're channeling, and this
Oh,
is what, yeah, you've got to be very careful.
they got hit big time. I think it depends too on so what I've learned is that the government
Hmm.
agents are they're actually going through social media and they're finding individuals that have come into this with a naivete and
Yeah,
they've discovered that this parlor trick, and that's the difference. Um, this parlor trick that they think they have, and they view it as a parlor trick. Um, they haven't trained themselves like yourself and like many other people have done so. Um, they think it's cute and fun, and they like the idea that a lot of people were following them and
yeah.
enjoying their channels.
People,
Yes,
yeah.
and it became it's not that they've done it to be bad people. They're not bad people.
No,
It's
no.
a novelty act, and they were easily intercepted by the CIA. And these people believe that they're channeling whatever they think they're channeling. They're not. They're
Yeah.
actually channeling a handler.
The visions that they see or whatever that's
All
called.
from everything is from a handler.
Hmm.
And they don't have the education. It isn't that they're bad people. That's the thing. They don't have the education or the training behind them to realize what's actually happening. And I also feel a lot of them, because they're making a lot of money on this now.
Yeah, and can I just stop you there? Sorry for butting in there.
Not at all. Oh,
Even the best mediums can be easily tricked because I was once
anybody.
tricked.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
For sure.
So it's something we have to be very aware of. But I feel a lot of the younger generation coming in, a lot of the younger star seeds coming in now, a lot of them are the violet indigo children, and they'll stand in their own conviction. They're very strong. They're from Archangel Michael's army, so they're not going to stand for any bullshit, basically, and they're going to go for it. And so it's a different energy wave what's going to be coming in for 25 and 26.
Yeah.
It's a force to be reckoned with because I feel it's needed for what's to come. Yeah,
It's got to
it's
be a
going to
big, got to be a big clean out. People are still
get.
falling for the same tricks, which we've been.
Yeah, and there's many different psyops, and there'll be possibly more to come.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
and it's across the board. The psyops haven't been within the spiritual in the extraterrestrial community. It's also been amongst the spiritual community, if you can call it the spiritual community now, because don't get me wrong, there's some very beautiful people within the spiritual community. But I just think that there's also some quite toxic people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And I just think that it's about my message to everybody is that we just have to do our own thing and be that wolf, don't be that sheep.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Because take what resonates, but always do what feels right in your heart. That's the best message that I can give anybody.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
we're
I
people with
always,
big,
yeah, you just feel it inside yourself, you know.
you know,
You need
when you're
to
also
know.
communicating with an extraterrestrial being or something completely different as well. And you know what's real and you know what's not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just inside you. You get a sensation. It feels weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
That's
we
it.
all live in this human experience and it can be very difficult. So we have to look after our vessels, we have to take care of ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, on every level, um, through these trying times.
Oh, yeah.
And the fitter you are, the stronger you are, it can't pull you down,
Yeah.
whatever is out there. And it's like we have to become a real warriors. We're real warriors now. We have to really go for it and get as fit as we can and mentally and spiritually as strong as we can. Uh,
Absolutely.
but your fit might be a different version to my fit. It doesn't mean that you have to like eat purely clean, but just to look after you. You know your own body more than anybody.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it makes sense, and a lot of our friends here on this channel too. I predominantly have a large percentage of people who have husbands, wives upstairs or downstairs, extraterrestrial. So, and I tell people, and they know it's like, look, just pull on them, go to them. That's your info. Right. If you're
Yeah,
looking for ET info, there's no better person for you to go to than your husband and wife.
exactly. And of course, in my case, I've got a pet one.
Yes,
He's AQI.
everybody loves pets.
Uh, and I've got many guides, they're not all extraterrestrial, but I've also got Satchel, who is an extraterrestrial insecticide being. Um, and then of course I've got Shola,
Yes.
um, you know, but I think that for me, I just think that it is a trust thing. It's definitely a trust, and it doesn't always have to be with lovers. It could just be with best friends or, pets. In my case, I've got a eight little A2Y is my pet, my little being.
He's so damn
Being
cute.
light.
And when people don't understand, and I may not know, so Shola isn't a hell Pleiadian woman that you've been with for years.
Yeah, I was in a relationship with her and in many lives as well, in multi-dimensional, different dimensions that all had happened at the same time, parallel lives. And just because I stopped channeling her on the channel, it doesn't mean that I'm not in communication with her. I am. But I just feel that there was this sense that I had to draw back because I was told that it was just too dangerous with what
Yeah.
was going on. Um, so I tend to just do it in private circles if I can,
Right.
or for people who come and see us. People can actually book sessions with us and, sometimes they ask for channeling sessions
Cute.
1-to-1. But I also feel that I do free stuff and I do a lot of stuff with other psychic mediums and healers, for Earth, for Gaia. And that is in private because I think it's stuff that could easily be infiltrated. It's out there.
Sure.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a war. We're in a war.
It's an information war that we're in, definitely. And going back to what I said, I just think it's about we just need to follow our hearts and do what's best for us. Because if everybody thought the same, it would be a very strange robotic world.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what we make we're into, but that's not going to happen.
That's what they were hoping for. So yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, that's what they're hoping for. But we are all individual, so that's also something about the great spiritual awakening isn't about politics or, who you bat, what side you're on. It's about doing and finding out what you really have come to Earth for and what it's all about. And your truth is your truth, not the man down the street or the lady next door.
Oh,
We're all different, and that's what makes we unique.
yeah.
You may have come to the planet to do your information, and I've come into the planet to do my information, but we're all different. It doesn't always have to be as well that you're all into extraterrestrial stuff. It could be that the lady down the streets come to help animals, or, you
Yeah.
know, the girl down the street's going to be an artist and she's going to sing songs to lift the vibration. Everybody's here for their own individual, which is all comes down to part of source in the end, universal source.
Yeah. Well, we're all extraterrestrials.
Exactly.
There's
We
no
are
such everybody's the same. It's
exactly.
floating
It's
around. I
about
tell people all the time, you're floating in space on a planet just like everybody else.
exactly. But I think it's very important that star seeds and people who are awakening to this and earth angels, anybody who's empathic, that you look after yourself in these trying times. It's how can I put it? The noise is very toxic at the minute with everything what's happened recently with the elections and stuff like that. And I think people are very fraught, they're worried about things, and so it's a case of just detaching, be around nature, listen to music, do what you need to do.
And
Look at
listen to what you know inside is, and don't, what I've noticed recently, and we're going to pull up some cards, is that there's been
yeah,
a very strong dictatorial feel in the starseed community, if you want to call them that, where there's usually one speaker that assumes a power position, either on their own channel or going on other people's channel, where they're not seeing themselves and operating as a member of a collective, but
yeah.
operating in a very top down. You can feel the vibe off the person.
Oh yeah.
That it's like,
Yeah.
I'm the special I'm getting downloads. I'm talking to this person. I don't even tell half the people. That's why we're gonna do the Patreon. I don't even tell half the people on this channel who I actually talk to.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
will behind the scenes. And I know a lot of our viewers and friends are talking to the same people because that's the ship that
Mm.
a lot of the missions are sent from, and they know what I'm talking about. So you're having this very uncomfortable, almost cult-like
Oh yeah.
situation with a bunch of different people who are running I call it like the Starseed circuit. They're running this Starseed circuit and they're going to all these talks and shows and I hear from people all the time on this channel that they don't go to those things anymore. They said this is so fake. I can't go to them anymore. I'm like, yes,
Never give your power away. Nobody is better
yes,
than anybody else. You never, ever give your power away. This is
never.
for everybody out there tonight. They need to know this.
That's what's been happening. And
Nobody's better than anybody else, and
no,
I always feel humbled that I'm getting the messages, but the messages that they give me, I don't own them messages.
right,
That's information for the collective. It's for humanity.
yeah, right. Well, I think that was the one thing that, I never talk to people on YouTube channels, and you're the first person I ever talked to because there was something genuine and authentic about the way you were conveying information. Like when you come on Sunday night, there's no arrogance. There's no like, not that there's anything wrong with people who have special backgrounds, whatever floats your boat artistically. But
Mm.
there's just when you reveal information, oh, excuse me, this is what's been happening. When you reveal information to people, it's very sincere.
Thank you. Because I just believe that you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah,
And I am a healer at the end of the day, and I'm a medium, and I deal daily with people, helping them with grief. That's what I am.
yeah.
Everything else comes second fiddle to do with, like, say, the will predictions and the channel, and that's all just added other stuff I can do. But it's to me, it's I work for people. I'm a messenger for people. I'm the telephone link. That's all I am. I'm just the telephone link.
Yeah, but it comes, and you can't fake compassion. It's very galactic. And this is the thing that
Bless
when
you.
you're really in contact, this is what I always tell, and people know, everybody watching this knows, when you are really in contact with an extraterrestrial person, what you feel is compassion. It's unimaginable love.
Lovely, lovely
Oh,
energy.
it's like, this person just like
Yeah.
you feel safe. You feel
Yes.
safe in your body. You feel safe next to them. You feel safe. And it's the most intense trust you've ever felt in your entire life.
It's not
And
about what somebody looks like or is
no,
like, and we have to detach from all of that, what Earth's done, or how many likes someone's got, or how many subs somebody's got, or what
right.
somebody looks like. You could be talking to somebody who looks so scary, like a big seven
Yes.
foot Draco, you know, nine,
And
10 foot Draco. Then you could talk to somebody who's so beautiful, angelic looking with long blonde hair, and yet that person could be so evil.
yes.
We have not got to judge anybody by a cover. It's what you feel. Everything now, guys, is how you feel. We have
Yeah.
to feel it. We have to go back to a heart chakra.
I was just talking to a woman's extraterrestrial husband from Vega. And I asked her, I said, can you, not to be creepy, I said, can you send me a picture of yourself? So I can show him because I got to just talk up. I don't know who I'm going to be talking to. I got to send up your picture so I can make the link. So she sent me her picture and I looked at it and boom, this guy comes in and he's like, who are you? I'm
Being
like, of
protected, Cara.
course, because that's how they are. So because that's how it is upstairs. You got to immediately feel who is this person,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and boom, he came in, and I just opened up and I said, I want to deliver some messages for your woman, and then he read, he could see me, and he's like, oh, then he's like, but
But
that's how it is. And I know Ika's been snooping around too because
I feel he's listening now with another
oh yeah,
guy.
he's a pain in the ass. Now he's been coming and going. He was having
I
something.
think balance there as well. I just think they're listening. They're listening.
Alan has changed his way he sees you. I like it. And I know Ika does too. We like the new Val, and I think he's like matured or something. Like
Oh, definitely.
he's
What do
changed.
you want to ask? I've got the cards.
Yeah. But that's what real ET contact is.
Yeah, you feel it, don't you?
It's
What would
all
you have
all
like to
feeling.
do?
Yeah, yeah, that's I've talked to people who were fishy. They came through, they wanted to talk to me, and I'm like right away, like, oh yeah, I don't like this
Oh,
guy.
yeah, you can tell. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, are you free? I just make a date with him. I said, are you gonna be free like later on tonight? And he says, yeah, sure. So I connected later on that night. Nice looking guy. He's a tall Pleiadian. Um, TAAL, not tall. Well, he was tall too. And he's fishy. He was very fishy. And he was a brother of someone I knew. And we
Oh,
had yeah, yeah, he's fishy. But we just had a conversation. I was very polite, like, how can I help you kind of thing. But yeah, so it's like they're the same as people everywhere in the world. You got some people who are a little fishy, and you got people who are you can
yeah,
trust.
that's the thing. But they are walking amongst us as well, and I think we're going to start having physical connections very soon. There's a lot of them walking amongst us.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I feel anyway.
Yasi had mentioned that a while ago, but a lot of people I've been talking to a lot of people who've been meeting them. You're gonna tend, not always, but you're gonna tend to find them in like science, engineering, computers,
Mm.
healthcare, but you'll know. And some of them are in their actual bodies. They're in their ET body, so
There's a lot of synths here as well, isn't there? Like highly advanced synths, clones, whatever you want to call them. I call them synths.
you can tell
Synthetic.
them you can tell them right away,
Yeah.
for sure. You just use your own intuition. Everybody's got it. You're
What do you want to ask?
So we were on to ask what's going to happen to the Starseed community.
Oh, good one. There's a
Yeah,
two.
it's good. You came up with it.
Seven cards out here. It's not like I think it's gonna, this is school, this is where we learn, and it's free will, okay? So I think that for people who are following certain people and maybe these certain people are giving out false information, it's for that person, that channeler or that person who has to learn stuff, but also the people who are following. So they've got it's free will and they have to find this out themselves. So I feel there's going to be a lot of people who are going to possibly fall through the wayside, but then there's going to be new faces coming in. And I think there's going to be a lot of new faces to be replaced 25, 26, 27. And it's going to come in swarms. So I feel that the ones who are meant to be there are going to step up the mark. And then the ones who aren't supposed to be there or being infiltrated or taken over by whatever, which is another subject, are going to just fall by the wayside. But I'm a great believer that there's such thing as free will. So somebody could be completely nearly gone, and then all of a sudden they just get epiphany and they think, and then they see the light, and then they start fighting back. I think you've got to look at it like that as well. So some people could also change.
I think a lot of the I find a lot of the operatives, the Earth boots on the ground operatives, are now finally stepping into their own power and realizing is they don't need a guru anymore. So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
really what's going to happen is that people are going to realize, hey, you know, I'm I'm not only am I doing the same thing that this person I had put so much trust into is doing, I'm getting better information, and I'm finally like realizing that it for my entire life I've been in contact upstairs and I've been on ships, and that's what you're seeing.
Yeah. So a true teacher will empower their followers. They
Yes.
will not take that away and empower
Yes,
themselves. And
exactly.
that in a nutshell is what the it's like the rose colored glasses are going to be lifted off and everyone's going to start to see, what they need to say at that time. That's
Yeah.
the only way I can describe it. So it's been sort of stuck in some sort of weird reality there.
Yeah, a
But
lot
it's
of these operatives,
what
you
we're
know,
going,
yeah,
yeah,
because a lot of them are under, because the ones that are controlling and manipulating their crowds of fans are working for the CIA because the CIA wants to mind control, not empower crowds of people.
interesting. And
So
yeah, yeah.
ones like yourself and many others who are stepping forward, a lot of your SSP, I say a lot of your heroes, the ones that are going to crack this code, and I told Zoe the other day, I said, Zoe, the ones that are going to take down the CIA operative starseeds are going to be you guys. Because the SSP, MK Ultra, Monarch, IBIS, all of these people who have been through these programs are coming forward now and saying, look, what you're hearing is cookie cutter CIA. The way these people speak, the way they deliver information, the information that they're giving you is classic CIA.
And a
I,
lot of them repeat words. They have certain words.
yes,
Yes, and that's keywords for mind programming.
I,
But there's going to be a swarm. Honestly, I can't even explain it. A
oh,
swarm of different star seeds coming in from different galaxies because they're all here on Earth, and they're gonna stand up for the truth, and they're gonna do that truth. Do your truth, guys. That's all I can say. And it's just gonna eradicate all this darkness, what's been masking people and tricking people. And I know you don't like talking about it because you're not really that way inclined, but in the Bible it talks about Satan and the trickery and all of that. And that's what it is. It's the slithering snake, it's the trickery. But we're in the year of the snake. We're in the year of the snake of empowerment as well, and us to find out, we're going to step up a mark. All people that need to do what they need to do, all star seeds and that, we're all going to, come into a real power now.
yes. And I think that's the most beautiful.
Stuck. We've been stuck for a long time, and this
Oh,
is new earth coming in, and it's not about making money. It's just about spreading that truth and showing people that they can also be, spread their truth and empower them. Yeah. So it's about showing that we all have it inside of it. We've all got the locks, we've all got the keys.
yeah.
You could all unlock the lock, should I say? But it's gonna happen. And I think that once that it's gonna be a busy year for healers and a busy year for people who are truly here to make a difference. But I really do feel it's also by us concentrating on that, it's going to be huge. It's going to eradicate the trickery and the darkness.
And the people who, and they know who they are, they're all the real deal people, because you just know inside you, you're like, God, I don't want to, I just want to do the right thing. Those people are the people
Yeah.
forward to help regular people in the community dealing with a
But we're
lot
all
of,
channels. We're all channels for good or bad, And I mean, I even believe a demon can be healed.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
yeah,
think miracles can take place on any level, especially this day and age. But I actually do think some people have been really taken over by dark stuff.
yeah,
And but that doesn't mean that they can't switch back again. You know what I mean? It's like it's they're writing their own book.
yeah.
We just need to concentrate on our chapters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People who are being channeled by the CIA are not bad people. The people who are acting arrogant and telling you can't do this and they're special and no one can do what they can do, they're not trying
Mm.
to be bad people. They're under mind control.
Oh,
And
definitely.
it's
And
sad.
possibly be
You have
very gifted
I always
people.
tell people
Mhm.
I support those people. I hope and I really hope they're gonna heal, because a lot of them are beautiful people inside.
Yeah, gifted
My
people who are wide open to the trickery, and money's playing a part as well. So maybe someone making a lot of money by, you
Well,
know,
money can be used as a demonic influence for some people. If you've
yeah.
struggled with money, and so many people have because of this stupid prison planet we live on, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
it can easily affect people, unfortunately.
So basically it's not about exposing names and anything like that. It's about
Ah,
just making people aware that they are their own gods. They are. you know, and we are all capable of doing what we need to do. And it's about empowering people. And when we show people that you know it all lies within you, anything is possible. There's going to be a rise of a feminine energy across the planet, mind.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's nurturing and it doesn't mean everybody's all going to turn feminine. I don't mean that. It's understanding, it's putting the yin and the yang back together again, and it's the balance is what's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to heal a lot, a lot of everything. It's going to heal everything. Because even when there's been a bad situation or someone's turned to the dark side or doing bad things or, are being easily infiltrated, it's like you said, it's because they're unhealed or unbalanced.
Yeah.
So by understanding that and just keep putting out the good stuff, it's going to help them in the end to they'll get that swamped with the light. They'll not be able, they'll realize that they have to make their own choice in the end.
We've all been through hell.
Exactly. And
You
I
know.
don't think there's an ending to it. People say, well, when's it all going to end? I
Oh,
think that's up to you. I think that we are writing our own books. We are, our chapters can end when we want it to end. We are our own creators.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But sometimes if you find it's getting too much for you, for a lot of starseeds who are very sensitive, is take that time out, make your soup, turn off the noise, watch a nice light-hearted movie, switch off, and you come back the next day so refreshed because everything's frequency, everything's energy.
Yeah.
Literally everything is.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You've got
Yeah.
to protect your energy field when things get too much.
Yeah.
So to me, getting sick is the way of the universe saying, just slow down, stop, just have a few days for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what starseeds and earth angels do all the time. They give, 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 give.
Yeah.
You've got to come on, you've got to draw back and look, nurture your energy field. So at the minute you're getting over a cold, a nasty cold, flu-like cold, so you need to draw back and nurture you and pamper you. And then you're going to come back fighting fit, ready
Swear.
to go,
Oh yeah.
fighting fit. Yeah,
Oh
because yeah, well, there's all sorts. It's questionable what's out there at the minute, isn't it?
my God. It's yeah.
Dread thinking about.
Everybody, I guess the next question would be, a lot of
Don't think negative. Don't think negative when you're cooking as well. This is something else for people. If don't watch the news, don't think negative. Don't think of what they're up to when we're cooking and eating. Think of something nice because then you're putting that goodness into your body.
it's all we got. It's
Yeah, it's an energy thing.
a lot of people, friends of mine, whatever, because say they want to know when they're going to be with their boyfriends and girlfriends.
I think it's an individual thing. I don't think it's anything as a collective. I want to
Yeah,
put
I
some.
think some people have made different
Yeah.
arrangements with their, but I guess, for those who have made the arrangement to be with their partners, what are the what's
I would
what if
have to line. You're talking like a lot of. You're talking of thousands and thousands of people. You're lining them all up. You have to read them all. So I don't think it's a case of right. They're all going to come in and say, I don't know, December 25. It doesn't work like that. I think it's everyone's individual circumstances are different. I do understand and believe that you can actually will them you can will them to come into the physical reality if it's possible for that certain individual, that extraterrestrial, they will come into your reality. So I want to say just believe,
that's
disbelieve. Keep
that's
your feet grounded, don't let it overtake you, but believe, that it's someday that you will see them. And if it's the case that you don't, you will definitely meet up with them in the spirit world.
oh yeah. Well, you're always at some point,
Hmm.
I
But
always tell people that not to definitely you have to build the connection.
yes.
And this is the one thing that they can't, like, I can't do that for them. You can't do that for them. I can get it started, but you have to make this like quantum entangle. This is just physics. Because I know everybody knows me. I don't believe in any woo-woo. I don't do any magic. You have to quantum entangle with this other person. Because I think a lot of times for many people, the what I feel when I'm in contact with their male or female partner is they're reaching out and they can only reach out, they can only be, 50% of the relationship. So they can reach out to you 100% energy on their part, but you have to meet that energy. And the
Yes.
more you develop the connection, and I mean think about this person 24/7. I mean connect with this person 24/7 and you will connect with this person. And
Oh
I
yeah.
and it's going to get tighter and tighter and you're not going to have any problem. Like I can see Ika. I can see him standing next to me. Literally, I can feel him.
I was doing that with Shola.
Yeah.
So I wasn't just she was coming to me. I realized that I could go to her.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And anything's possible.
Oh,
We are multi-dimensional beings of the light. We are capable of anything. We are now coming into the superheroes. We are the superheroes. We've got to believe that anything's possible.
but you got to put the work into it. You got to put the work, and everybody can do this.
Meditate with that.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't meditate hardly at all. And now, I mean,
Well,
I
starseeds aren't
just,
equipped to be humanity need to sit there and go and do that.
yeah, you
But
don't.
we don't need to because a lot of us are labeled either ADHD or autism or whatever. It's because we can't concentrate. But it's a case of we don't need to because we're not wired that way. You could be, well, for me, I could sit and listen to some music and just connect somewhere else.
Huh?
Literally go there. I could be jogging along the beach and then just getting something. Does that make sense? I don't need to
That's how
be
it works.
like
No. Now, as I say, we're not anti-meditation. It's nothing more beautiful than relaxing and having a Zen. But there's a big difference between, so I think a lot of people, this is why I'm going to start doing some free classes for
built
people.
like that, but
If your intent is to connect with an extraterrestrial person,
you'll do it.
what you need to do. So you need to set that intention. You need to shift your mind up somewhere out. You need to send your vibe out there and say, this is a person I want to, you need to knock on their door. It's sort of like saying, you got your cell phone and you want to call your neighbor.
Your intent go where you send your intentions, it will manifest
Yeah.
if you're very strong about it. So we have
So
to be careful what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and that comes into the thing of law of attraction as well. And yeah, so yes, you can connect with these beings.
absolutely. They're just like us, of course.
Exactly.
And you can go
Well, they're not
anywhere. You can
gods
go
either.
anywhere.
They're not gods. They are just us.
Oh,
They are more developed and they have the technology that we don't have, which they want us to have.
just tech, right?
Mm.
But
Born
some
on a
people
rock.
people do connect to higher. You connect, and like I've connected with the nine. Some people are connecting with very high dimensional extraterrestrials. Yeah, that's different. Do that if that's where you're being called, if that's where you're working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there's no ending to it. I mean, every time I do someone's akashics or I do a shamanic session on someone, I'll learn something else. I'm always humble that, there's always something else to learn because I think if you had everything at once, your mind would just blow. It would, it's all I know is we are not living on a rock, floating, flying through space. There's more to it.
Oh, there's so many layers. Physics is totally aware of this.
Yes.
There's dimensions.
Oh, yes.
There's more,
It's
but it's not. And that's the thing that people need to. It's real. It's physics, and you can go in between these dimensions. This craft, because of the propulsion system, goes
yes.
interdimensional naturally. That's how they work. So it's
It's
not
time travel as well. That's how you time jump and time travel.
all craft by the nature of the propulsion system. Time travel. That's how they move.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
shifting space time into time space, and it has everything to do with your.
Oh God, you hit the nail on the head there, Andrea. But you know what, right? I think a lot of these mad scientists, like the ones dark one, the ones not with sort of humanity's best intentions,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that they're doing stuff, you know, they're doing some stuff that is beyond we would ever know.
Oh,
They've got they've cracked the God's key code. They've mixed it with that technology, and they are time jump and they are time traveling.
oh,
And they
absolutely.
don't want me to have, they don't want us to have that. It's going on.
They, they,
Well, I've
they
had whistleblowers have come forward and told us it. Yeah.
absolutely. But the thing is, your average person has to just accept reality, and then it's done. They can't. The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. They can't just unleash it into the atmosphere, the technology they have, because there will be utter chaos.
Oh
If
yeah.
Granny's getting stuck in different dimensions and it just wouldn't work. So it has to be brought in. I think that where we've pushed it where we can time jump naturally, but they
Yeah.
do have technology, possibly in the shape of an iPhone or some device where they are time traveling.
Yeah.
But they're not going to unleash that onto the public yet. I think could be a few years. It's not far on. It's not far on.
You need to
But I
know what
think,
you're doing. It even has to do when I'm back home,
yeah,
and you know this because you've been back on Era and all the different. You've been on different planets. We
yeah,
live very simply. I don't have those kind of devices. I don't time travel.
yeah, because we can do it naturally. The Palladians, they do it naturally, you know?
Do it with your mind because it's safer because you don't know where you're going.
Yeah. But this technology is going to be brought onto the planet.
You need to do it safely. So people are going to have, if they choose to do it. Personally, I have no interest. But
No,
if
I'm
someone
not going to do it. I'll be
chooses,
too scared because it gets stuck. Okay, it's
yeah,
no mine. Look, the machine wouldn't work and I get stuck in some
that can
strange
happen.
diamond.
Yeah. I mean, and Ika's worked with time travel with the military. It's
Yeah.
very dangerous. You need to know what you're doing. Just
Yeah.
like flying a craft. I never left home. It's a lot of space up there. It's like you need to know where you're going, when you're going to be there, and what it's like when you get there. You
The
don't.
lot of younger generation will do it. They're doing it on certain agents now, and they've got young time travelers, and they're practicing on them now.
Oh, they've
And
been
it's
doing
not just
it.
CIA. There's other sort of secret, I don't know, organizations which are doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but it'll be more unleashed into the public. It'll have sort of like it'll have a set on it where you can only go certain places, they'll drip it in. They'll drip it in how they'll do it.
What they've been doing, excuse me, God, what they've been doing with it now is basically fighting interdimensionally with the deep state and also knocking out some of the timelines. So they've been using it for energetic military purposes. Uh,
Trickery as well.
well, that's what the bad guys do. So what was being so they're basically evening up the playing field so that I mean it was the lost cause on this planet. You had a bunch of basically kumquats that were being manipulated by unimaginably technologically advanced alliances, which
I'm
had
going
to
to
be.
say something, and I'm going to say this now, right? And I'm not saying this to upset anybody
Oh yeah,
that I'm on either side, but they did something around the election.
yes, they did.
They did something around the election,
Oh yeah,
fiddled with some time.
yeah. Linda was picking it up.
Yeah. Um, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that it's all going on. The thing is, I'm just going to ask the cards, will it ever be exposed?
Oh
So
yeah.
could it ever it
Already exposed. There's nothing hidden already.
I know, but you know what I mean. Um, I think a lot of things will be brushed underneath the mat. I think it's just a case of we're accepting it and moving on into new earth. I think that we have to trust the process here. I think that there's a lot of things to take place globally. It's going to be so huge. So maybe it's a case that Trump has to be in office for this to take place.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
Kamala Harris had been in, maybe they didn't want her getting the blame for, but they can easily blame Trump because that's what they do. They blame Trump all the time, don't they?
yeah, I
That's what I think anyway.
from my experience, which I would,
It's meant to be. It's
It's actually the extraterrestrials that are pushing us forward. It's not going to be Trump. I know a lot of people hate. It's the extraterrestrials that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And
Mhm.
there, there's been a lot of talk going on behind the scenes upstairs. It's going to be a big push between the alliance and um, uh, it's
What I see is
going to
different.
operate. It's going to operate outside politics. That's the best I
It
can
has
describe.
to. It has to, because a lot of these world leaders are all in for, like, this energy, what they don't want, what they're going to bring in free energy, and it's not going to fit
Yeah.
their agenda.
We already have free energy. You can have it in
I
your house.
know,
You already
I
have it.
know that.
There isn't anything that we don't already have
So in a
access.
way, a lot of these politicians are being used like puppets.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I always tell
It's
people, when
yeah.
was the last, see, the people have to understand. Do you really think the infrastructure, which is settled on a foundation of tremendous evil and and I mean the entire infrastructure,
Oh yeah.
is actually fomented and manipulated in order to destroy humanity? Do you think this infrastructure, the financial systems, the medical industry, the chemical industry, the banking, every single thing is rooted in sucking the life out of humanity?
Hmm.
I really think those things are suddenly going to become benevolent? No, they need to be taken down. When was the last time the billionaires,
They'll be taken down. There's
they're
Trump.
going to be
He's
exactly.
there in office when this takes place. But
Yes.
my concern is that something could happen to him. Look at that. When they've done what they've done, they'll discard him. They'll get rid of him. He's been used. He's been used.
There is no billionaire on this planet who has humanity's interests at in their arena. You're nothing to these people. The extraterrestrials are going to step forward and hold a match, as the Italians have a saying.
I'm not so sure. I don't know. I tend to hope that not all billionaires think like that. I would like to think that some are nice. That's me. I'm a bit of a,
Billionaires, I
you never know.
there's something fishy because I guess the point is that they make their money off of sucking humanity dry.
Well, the ones I've witnessed and what you've witnessed, yes. But I just think that the old system's going to fall.
Yeah.
We're going to have a better world in the end, but I think it's not going to end well for Donald Trump.
I just say, as next, like there's no Italian saying. All of these people, everything is so nice. What's going to happen is
Musk and Musk is, I can't even put it into words. It's
what's
the
going
people
to
on the
happen.
boat.
What's going to happen to Musk is the extraterrestrials are holding a match to his balls. That's an Italian saying.
Give me an answer here. I don't
That's
get a good vibe about Musk. I know that sounds really strange. Is it possible that Musk could be Trump's handler in a way?
no.
No. Right. Well, there's
Trump is being handled by a different group.
there's some weird connection between Musk and Trump as well, and unless it's past life stuff. It could also be past life stuff. Yes.
Yeah, it's
What was the question you asked again about Musk?
is he going to be controlled by the extraterrestrials?
He is being controlled by the
No.
extraterrestrials, but not nice ones.
Well, I mean, the good guys are the. I just think the good guys are gonna.
Um, he hasn't had his fingers burnt yet. There's something to happen to him, and I think it's to do with money. It's to do that he's got his money, and I think that well, I see him falling out with Trump at some point, and then I think something's going to backfire on him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Um, it's funny, I see him getting sort of in a courtroom.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Oh, well, it was physical what I could see in a
Back in they,
court.
you could yeah, upstairs got courtrooms.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I meant it looked like more in the USA type of courtroom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something about the EU with him as well. There's going to be loads of problems to come out with him. And it's funny, I've said this before, when it all ends with Trump, it's going to be that quick. People are going to, they're not know where to put the ones who don't like him are not going to know where to put the hatred because it's like he's there, he's not, and then he's not there. And it's the same with Musk.
Yeah.
It's all just going to, like that, just all stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes you wonder what's going to happen.
I just think it's the ETs are going to start taking control. They have to.
Um, is it extraterrestrial?
Humanity is not taking off its diapers. I mean, this is the one thing that just drives me crazy. Humanity is refusing to mature. It's refusing to take off its diapers. They're going to have to step in or it's going to be a fucking shit show.
A lot of this is karmic as well. A lot of this is karmic energy. Um, and control.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not just extraterrestrial, some of this is energy, weaponry. There's something strange about Musk's energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's not human, but there's something definitely different about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I never work with humans, so I
there's
refuse.
mass trickery there.
Well, you know,
See,
they won't allow Musk on the moon.
they're saying he's not all human.
They won't allow him on the moon, and I think he's going to get a rude awakening on Mars. And if he keeps sending up, if he keeps lighting dicks on fire and thinks this is the future of like space travel, the guy's a.
Well, I think, like I said, I think he's gone a bit rogue.
What's the fucking rockets, dude? It's called exotic propulsion system. What moron works in rocket technology? There isn't a space culture with two sticks to rub together. It's a fucking dick you're lighting into space. There's no one is going to use that shit. You're not getting to Mars. You're going to land on Mars in a fucking rocket ship. The people are going to look at you like, the fuck is that? You look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Especially when we have massive spacecraft already.
A lot of it's his ego.
I said, nobody get me started on
Like
rocket.
he's definitely being controlled by some technology. They said there's a technology control in Musk. There's a technology. I've got like a metal energy, like there's a technology controlling him.
And you got to be a complete twat
I look
to,
into his
to
body,
have
it's
a
just
rocket.
flesh. It's not all flesh what's inside of his body, I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, yeah, no, yes, that's the vibe. I'm getting a synth vibe. That's it.
But he's
Yeah,
produced a lot of children, so he's got to be part human or part have it in him to do that.
yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
vibe. Of
think that's what I'm saying. This technology, what's out there, we've literally got no idea because synths are playing a part of humanity's future.
course.
Is he from the future?
No, no, no.
Is a throwback from a sorry, I'm just
I don't know. Yeah. I don't
sorry.
give these people that kind of power now. No.
There's trickery definitely connected around him. Look at them, there he is again. King of Pentacles, upside down moon,
No,
trickery.
no, no. There you go.
There's two sources controlling him, not just the one.
Oh yeah,
Two.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. And look in the middle, right, you've got the Red Cross, which is oh, it's like a Knights Templar.
Yeah, yeah,
There's a Templar connection with him.
yeah. I
Um,
I tell upstairs all the time, I trust no Earth human. I refuse to work with Earth humans. I trust none of them. They know that. And I told them upstairs, I trust none of them. There is something dark in every one of them that is involved in any kind of industrial military arrangement. I
mm.
just cannot work
Well,
with
I need to get my hands on you at some point. We need to do some healing on that because
them. That
the
is my
planet, and you need to know.
that is my magic power. I trust no Terran. I never want to be here near any one of them ever again, ever. And they know that. And it's like,
Yeah, there's two sides to Musk. I want to say he's not all flesh.
I agree.
Unless he's got one of these little contraptions in his own head that he's got
Yeah, no,
someone.
that, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Is it
Yeah.
possible?
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all I know is that it's going to end suddenly and strange.
Yeah, I hear all these people fascinated with all these brain chip stuff. It's like, let me tell you one thing.
Hmm.
No extraterrestrial civilization cuts into anybody's head and puts a chip there. Okay. They use medbed technology and place it, if you so wish.
Hmm.
Anyone is cutting into your head, okay, and shoving a chip in there. Yeah. You do
Mm.
too. And if you think this Neuralink is fucking magic, you're an idiot.
It's
Until
the way forward, but I'm telling you now because I can
don't
see in the
cut
future.
into people.
Yeah,
You
but
do
people will
not
go for it.
cut into bodies.
It's going to be used for medicine as well, of like people like bionic eyes and
You
stuff
don't
like
need
that.
it. Medbed technology takes care of that.
I don't see the med beds coming in for a long time yet. They are about. It's going to be little devices and other things what's going to come forward. I've always said that.
I trust.
Robots are going to be operating, well, they're starting to operate on people now.
We don't cut into bodies. They got to stop cutting into bodies.
Mhm.
That's
Demons.
archaic. That's archaic. You
Yeah.
don't
I've
cut into
even seen what they do in dentists, like
the
dentists
dentists are
are
gone
on,
bananas.
yeah, I mean, what the future for dentists is just the unbelievable the technology, what's going to come up. It's all about technology, what's going to come onto Earth.
But humanity has to understand you live in a barbaric society.
Hmm.
You shift your mind from chopping into your body. We do not do that. You need to get away from like toxicity and all that stuff in your body. No one is ever going to cut into my body. I'm leaving this planet.
They are going to use, right, the stuff that they're holding back from it can be used for good or it can be used for bad.
Yes, right,
And
right.
a lot of it's been used against it, but they're going to, once it's exposed, right, and it's all going to come out, a lot of it's going to be good. It's not so much the technology, it's who's been behind it. And they've
Yeah.
had the deep state, which have been using it against it. But then you're going to have the future of medicine. I'm telling you now, listen carefully to this, right? It could be 10 years down the line. I am telling you now that AI is going to take over Big Pharma in the end. AI will take over Big Pharma in the end.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for another time if we could do a video and you can ask questions and I can tell you. But I'm telling you, it's going to be all right. And this is triggering you because where your souls come from,
Common sense.
yeah, but you're going to be all right. You've got to do your deep meditation, keep grounded, you're safe, right? Nobody is, we have the most powerful thing on this planet, what humanity can use at the minute. If you don't like it, right, whatever is going to be exposed, say no.
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm the
how
biggest.
to say what God gave us is the word no.
Yeah.
We are in control. Say your mantras when you're going around the house, I'm in control. I am safe, Don't feed into the fear. It's the worst thing you can do. Stay centered, stay grounded. Big things are to take place.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, that's I, humans got to stop they just got to stop. They don't get it. They got to get it. They got to click on reality. They got to stop.
Hmm.
I'm leaving this. I'm just gonna, to me, I have no interest. I'm out. I'm off. They know I'm off this planet. Off the
Keep
first chance I get.
grounding. You need to
Those-
ground tonight. You need to ground tonight, and you need to have some nice soup. Maybe just have a nice salt bath, and just switch off.
That's
Switch
what
off. It's the best thing you can do. Get away from the noise,
yeah, yeah.
and you're going to be fine because you're here to do some important work on this planet, Andrea. Right? So you need to sometimes just switch off because we're like little antennae and we can sometimes get really easy triggered with my star seeds. So just take a step back. And this is from a voice of experience, what I've gone through over the last year, right?
Oh,
And I'm telling you now, right, when you just nurture yourself, everything looks different the next day.
it does. It does. Yes, for sure.
Everybody, every one of your audience members is in control.
Yes.
Never go into anything with fear or believe that we are in control, right? It's just there's things going on at the minute we don't understand, and we're starting to piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle, and it's all going to come out in the wash. My nana used to say this all the time.
Yeah.
Everything comes out in the wash in the end. I've got to take a picture of this beautiful baby. She's sitting on top of here.
Which one
Just
is it?
it's Zizi
Is he?
and little Zizi with her little jumper on, and Mummy's going to take a picture of her. Good girl. And then I'm going to show you this. She's sitting on top of the fridge freezer with her little jumper on.
Oh, look at that little suit. Oh my God.
I mean, she just all the places I've got the cat furniture and the lounge on the wall and everything. For some unknown reason, she just likes to sit on top of there.
That's just how they are. That's a cat.
That's a cat for you.
Cat. Cats are cats, just like horses.
Yeah, I don't know what she's looking at. What are you looking at, baby?
She's.
They're very tuned in. Animals are ascending as well, not just you'll know this with your chickens and your
Oh,
horses
my whole day is that's the only things I can handle are animals.
because they keep you grounded and because they're pure.
They're not crazy.
Yeah, so you need to learn how to protect your aura from not getting triggered. Maybe it's another video for another day, like how
Yeah.
to not get triggered. We could do like a meditation on it or for your viewers or whatever. But yeah, people are getting triggered very easy. You've got your physical, your rainbow and your outer aura. And basically we're getting so triggered at the moment and we need to try to keep grounded and through this.
Yeah, because everybody's saying what happened to disclosure, Everybody voted for Trump because they thought disclosure was going to happen the next day. I knew it wasn't going to happen the next day, but
No,
no, but
no.
everybody's like, whatever happened to this? Now we're going to get factories so everybody can work 12-hour shifts and extra fossil fuel. Like, excuse me, I don't
Yeah.
want that. I want free energy. And yeah,
But the thing is, at the end of the day, there's probably going to be people who are going to argue the fact, well, my hubby needs to have a job, so he'll quite welcome working in a factory. There's some people out there who would
you
welcome
don't
that.
need to think like that.
Yeah,
We're trying to free humanity from slavery.
yeah, but it's their choice, it's their free will.
Slavery.
They
You don't
don't,
have to live a
they think
slave.
they've got 6 kids to feed and that, they want to go and work in that mine or
Yeah,
whatever.
we have that on era, but we're not slaves.
Hmm. I just think that Trump is not for his fossil fuel. And I know he's had a dig up with the UK about like the wind turbines. Yeah. Now my son works on a wind turbine in the middle of the North Sea.
You don't need wind turbines.
It-
You don't need solar. You don't
but
need,
it's a stepping stone to what's to come, but that's what I'm saying. It's this
you can operate free energy like today. I
yeah,
know
but they're
people
not giving it
sell
out,
them.
not
But
giving it out yet. The will. The
you
will.
can build it yourself at home. You can build
Yeah.
them. I know people who build them and sell them.
It's all gonna come out. There'll be a lot of inventors. I predict a lot of inventors are gonna come out
We
within the
can't
next
keep
years as well.
shooting them. We can't suppress the patents and you can't kill them.
The two countries which are the whole world will eventually go free energy. I'm telling you that now, but it's not going to happen overnight. But the two countries which will fight against this is going to be China and United States of America will be the last ones to transition over.
Because
That's what I'm. It's
you
something that I need to do a video on actually, But yeah. Hmm.
See, humans have to go off planet. They have to see how people live. Once they see what you can live like, they're not going back to a 12-hour factory shift. They're just not.
It's going to take time because you've got to understand it's bedrock here. We are the Flintstones. A lot of well, you're not, but there's a lot of us are the Flintstones. It's bedrock, and we chose to come here to change bedrock, to change the Flintstones. So it's going to take time. It's going to take time.
But it's in their minds. They're like, don't get me started. I can't talk to I don't talk to people anymore. I can't.
There's something else coming for humanity, and it's a big revelation. All right. I
Happening
can't
yet.
give an exact timing, but I am getting 26. 26 is coming out very strong, right? But there's going to be big things to take place by 2026. Huge things to happen this year, even bigger into next year, the first half of next year. Huge, huge. But I just think that we just need to stand strong
Yeah,
and just know that we're moving in the right direction because we are.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But something's coming so big, it's like we're going into the next stage of evolution. Keep being told that we're going into the ninth gate of human civilization, and this is huge. So there's been another eight worlds before us, another eight Earths. And what they've done is over the years, over the decades, over the centuries, they
Yeah.
kill you off after 1,000 years, and then they keep a hold of a certain amount of people and then put them onto another planet, move about.
Yeah.
Wipe the mind, start again type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's we're past the Mayan calendar. We're going to save this planet basically.
Oh, well, that, yeah. I mean, that, yeah.
It's coming, but they're going to seep in the technology, and then they're going to start individual groups of what's happening now. We're going to start getting connections with the extraterrestrial beings. It's not going to be where the whole world just gets it. That's not going to happen. But then it's going to be that it'll be outed. Like my famous prophecy, when the man stands in snow, he will know the truth. And I honestly think people have asked us, who is it? Who is it? Was it Trump? Was it Trump? Was it
No,
Trump?
no.
No, no. I think it's going to be a situation like where they're gonna hit another planet or something, and there's gonna be a man standing in snow who looks human, but he's not human.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it could be something like that, you know. I really don't know, but I think it's something along them lines.
I agree. Yeah.
There's a bleakness to come to earth. There's a darkness and a bleakness after the fall, after the great fall. And I'm not talking about the autumn fall. I'm talking about a great fall to take place. And then after that, there's a revelation. But it's not going to be like in the Bible where it's the end. We are rewriting history. It was stopped. It was manipulated.
Yeah.
And we are going to rise. And the actual I mean, that's something else, which I could do in another video, but the actual, like, the rapture isn't the case of people getting sucked off Earth. It's actually ascension, and it's us becoming that crystallized that we can time jump. That's what rapture is.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe Jesus, who walked this planet, was a multi-dimensional star being who was time jumping, and he was trying to show that we all have the capable of being like
Yeah.
to create miracles.
It's going to take a minute.
In the meantime, enjoy your popcorn and
Oh,
don't get
oh,
sucked into the noise.
uh, God, everybody put have a nice cup of tea and relax and just be like, just now's
Yeah,
now's a good time to practice talking to upstairs.
exactly.
Mhm.
It's huge what we're in. It's if you go back through history, there's big things what's took place, and we had World War III, and what else has come in, dread to think. But I know we're going to come through it.
Oh yeah.
They keep telling us it's the great fall what's taken place, and then there's a rebuild of New Earth.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
leave that one with you.
It is what it is, always.
It is what it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, can't wait to have you back on, Louise, again, and hopefully we can do some deep dives on my private Patreon as well once I finally get that set up, so
Yeah, of
people
course.
can join in and feel comfortable, like just letting it rip. Because like when you're on YouTube, everybody, this we got to be private, where no one. So we're gonna be just like people can be like, yeah, we don't have to worry about who's.
Hey, but I think it's nice to put some things out for them, isn't it? Like I do me show on a Sunday night as well. So it's like nice to put stuff out, but I think also there's certain stuff that you have to talk behind a wall with, isn't
We
there?
want to we want to get deep, dark, and dirty, and that's the only place we're gonna do it.
Oh
So.
yeah. Oh, definitely. I like that idea.
Oh my. Well, enjoy. It's late there already. Enjoy your evening, and thank you so much for coming on and sharing with all your wisdom.
It's a pleasure. I'm going to go and make a nice cup of tea
You too.
and I'll enjoy for the next invitation. I'll wait for it.
Oh well, you always open invitation, just like everybody else has always got open invitation. They're all everybody on here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers, abundance, joy, and avoiding all these germs, whatever the hell is happening. All of our people, right? Yeah. So, all right, guys. We'll see you next time. As Frank always says, see you upstairs.
Bye.